Welcome back to the Lawn Mentor channel. It's been a while since we, gave you a little checkup on how the lawn is going, and it's been a rough summer. I am going to kill this and the auto section this fall. It's gonna get nuked. It's been a rough summer. Learned some stuff along the way, got some tips and tricks on just junk that I've been dealing with, and wanted to give you guys an update on how the lawn is doing. All parts of the lawn. The backyard, the Lawnbright section, which we're actually going to be throwing down some black gold today. That's what's due on my schedule. They got me sticking with Green Machine, their 16-4-8 fertilizer for the year actually. Talk to you about what's going on back there. It's a unique situation, not irrigated. Talk to you about the front yard, where that's at, heat stress problems that we've been dealing with, and what I've been doing to try to keep a nice lawn until I kill it in the fall. But that's a whole nother video. So, like I said, one of the main things that we're dealing with back here is the fact that this yard's not irrigated. So even if you pay attention to, this was all POA. I had a deck here, it came out to here. I removed the deck, replaced it, came back to here, and so this was all exposed dirt and opportunistic weeds come in, including POA. And this is what POA looks like in the heat. It goes totally brown. Summer die-off from the POA. We have been dealing with a lot of heat stress back here. So as a part of the Lawnbright program, they're supposed to text you and tell you oh, hey, it's going to be really crazy hot this week, and you need to make sure that you are watering your lawn or water a little extra or something like that. Make sure that you're on top of your lawn game. I got 5,000 square feet back here, and I don't have irrigation back here, period. This is also not overseeded, and so there's no elite cultivars back here, nothing with improved drought resistance. This is just classic old school lawn, never really been maintained, and this is the first year it's getting anything. If you're just getting into lawn care and you don't want to do anything but the bare minimum of whatever Lawnbright sends you, this is the kind of results you can expect. That's my goal with showing you guys this year. The other thing that I have come across with this Lawnbright is their post-emergent solution. So they do offer an all-natural post-emergent, but it's very selective in the types of weeds that it takes care of. You have to pay for it extra on top of the program that you already get. I reached out to the company and asked them, hey, should I give this a shot? Here's what I'm dealing with. I got dandelion, wild violet, which is like creeping Charlie, clover, chickweed, whatever, you name it. I got the salad bowl, and I got patches over here. Tons of patches. That's kind of a downside. If you have a lawn that's got a ton of weeds in it already, you may have to sacrifice on the all-natural front and go with a post-emergent chemical option to knock those things down. Other than that, the hose end solution, this way to deliver nutrients to your lawn, super convenient, super easy. No way to fight that at all. It's all about how far you want to go with this. I don't think this program was designed to give people the most amazing, thick, greenest lawn on the block. It's up to you about how far you want to go. It's up to you about your expectations for your lawn. Do you want it spotless? Do you want zero weeds? Maybe you'll have to augment this program. I'll leave a full review of what I think of this at the end of the season. But those are some of my initial thoughts right now about how we are doing with the Lawnbright program. So on a totally separate note, really though, this is the most annoying part of this Lawnbright experience is the hoses. I got 5,000 square feet and I've got to drag out 100 feet of hose every time I want to spray something down. If you got a big yard and you're doing this, just get a hose reel. I need a hose reel. I need a retractable hose reel to make this part of it way easier. And I spilled humic acid on my shorts, so had to rinse them off to make sure they don't stain. So enjoy the wet shorts for the rest of the video. I did have to throw the sprinkler out here for the first time. I decided I was just going to try to run this with this program. No irrigation except for what Mother Nature gave us. It got bad, really bad. You can still kind of see these spots here where the lawn just got real stressed out. So I put a sprinkler out here and I ran it for 2 hours a section to give this a really good soaking. You could probably get better results out of this stuff and healthier turf, obviously, if it was well irrigated and you had maybe a system like OtO. So speaking of which, let's go give an update on that section of the lawn where OtO has been taking care of that side of my lawn. Let's go check that out. All right, so this is the OtO side yard, if you want to call it that. This is the section that OtO's taking care of. It's taking care of watering, it's taking care of all the fertilizing. I'm not putting any additional fertilizer on here. The fertilizer pod that they have that's included with there has molasses in it. So it's got nitrogen, potassium, and molasses in it. It's feeding on a weekly basis. I got this set up right now to do 2 watering cycles, and it's putting down 1.25 inches of water on this section of the lawn. Everything here is looking really good, and it's actually looking better than my front lawn, but I'll tell you why in just a minute. So this section of the lawn I've been really happy with. I can definitely tell it's filled in. Back in the spring over here, we had some tire tracks from me mowing against the fence in the same exact direction over and over again, and it just wore the grass away. Everybody say hello to Huck. Old Huck, the neighbor dog. Smash that like button for Huck. Smash that like button for this pup. So right here along the fence, you can see my tire tracks are just there all the time because I have to mow against the fence. So I wore the grass down basically. I think there's some critters on this side of the house as well, because whenever I mow over here, it's super bumpy. I can just feel the ground sink beneath my feet, you know? I gotta say, one of the best things about this OtO is their app. Their app is outstanding. The user interface is fantastic, and I love that it keeps you up to date, gives you push notifications on what's going on with OtO. When it starts watering, when it finishes, fert, no fert, if it's gonna rain, do you wanna water anyways? Different logic like that they've built into it makes it hands off, but you're still in control. So I really love that part of it. Overall too, I mean, I have had 0 issues reliability wise with this thing. It has been super stable, kept the internet connection. I even had some gas line work. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll remember that I had the gas meter replaced on that side of my house. They had to dig it out. So I enabled the hibernation mode. I think it's called like winter mode or something. Remembers all your settings, but you can just put it in a sleep state. So if you have to move it for some reason, you can. So I was able to do that and just stake it right back in the ground and then enable it again. So that was a really nice feature of that. So here we are in the front yard, and it doesn't look too bad, not too bad. I've been keeping up with the watering here, but the reason why I think the OtO section looks better than this is because of the consistent fertilization that's going on over there. I am going to kill this and the OtO section this fall. It's gonna get nuked. So I wanna show you basically the reason why I'm decided to do this. If you look around here, you'll probably see patchiness in color. You'll see different blade thicknesses. You can see it really here. See the light patches, dark, dark, dark against the fence. That was all very poor, very open. So when I overseeded, a lot of cool blue went in there. And you can just look at the difference. You can see the difference. And overall, just inconsistency, right? And especially when you come down the hill over here, grassy weeds. Grassy weeds, grassy weeds. Huge patch of grassy weeds. Dallas grass, creeping bent grass. I have everything under the sun. The color is inconsistent. The texture is inconsistent. And just the performance of the grass is inconsistent. I overseeded this poor lawn with GCI Cool Blue. And where I'm standing right now is basically the most pure section of Cool Blue of the lawn. So let me show you what I mean. There was a giant bush here. It was removed. This was straight dirt that was overseeded. So this is pure Cool Blue. This is Cool Blue at its finest. It is the darkest spot in the lawn, the best performing spot in the lawn. Drought resistance, disease resistance, you name it. This does way better texture. Even the texture of this grass is way better than these other sections of my lawn. All that to say, seed matters, okay? If you want to have the best looking lawn, you need the best seed you can get. And this is an old school lawn that is patchy, and it has old school grass in it mixed, overseeded with more elite grass types. So it's inconsistent, and I want consistency. So we're gonna kill this completely, and we're going to plant GCI turf type tall fescue here. I chose that because of the way that this is performing over in that other section of my lawn as compared to the rest of the lawn. So stay tuned for the renovation content. I want to show you guys some areas of heat stress. Right there, heat stress, okay? So the heat heats up the concrete or the asphalt, whatever you want to call it, heats up the road, and it just bakes the grass right here. And so my sprinkler coverage is not perfect and doesn't go all the way to the road. So you get more areas of heat stress, all right? So that's one way. Think about the surroundings when you're looking for heat stress signs. Think about the surroundings. What is around that part of your lawn that's getting stressed out? But let me show you another unique area of stress and a tool I used to help diagnose it. That's right, people. Soil probes. Soil probes are helpful tools. So I have this area up against the edge of the front lawn here, and it consistently stresses out right here. All this stuff stresses out all the time. One of the first things you should do if you see an area of stress is dig. And you can do a little digging with a soil probe. This area of the lawn right here consistently stresses out. It was good in the spring, things got hot in the summer, and it's bad. So I took my soil probe and I went down, pulled a core to inspect it. Here's what I found. Not bugs, but sand. You can see that there's a lot of sand in here, especially when you get further down here. There's sand, all right? So the top layer of this is a little better, a little darker, probably got some moisture in it, and maybe it's, you know, got a little help from all the treatments I've been applying over the years. But this is extremely sandy soil. And so what does that mean? Well, think about a beach. When you go to the beach, the waves wash over the sand, it gets wet. But how fast does that sand dry out? In a matter of seconds sometimes, right? So this part of the house gets a lot of sun. I was able to basically, you know, chalk this up to lack of water in these sections because I took a soil sample and saw that it's very sandy, and so that means it's not holding moisture because sand is not good at holding moisture. That's why the sand at the beach dries out. That told me that this needed extra water. The other way that I diagnosed that it needed extra water is I put some water on it, okay? So if you have a section of your lawn that's a little brown, put some water on it and see how it reacts. If it gets better, that's a good sign that you're probably just getting really dry, coupled with a soil sample to check it out. And you're probably just getting really dry soil and some heat stress that way. That would explain why it was nice in the spring and not in the summer. So here's another example of, you know, detective investigation work. I've got this 9 bark here that I have routinely fertilized with Flora Green, and the leaves look like they're shriveling up and dying, right? So here's another example where you can take this probe, take a core if you need to, and take a look at what you got. Is it good soil? Is it really sandy soil? Is it moist? I mean, this is a little moist, but not nearly as moist as it should be for how much I've been watering this thing. So this is another example. This is an area of poor soil, not holding on to water, not holding on to nutrients, and that's what you get. Going to be a lot of content coming out about this renovation we're going to do in the front here, and I think my buddy Simon from Urban Mom Landscaping or whatever, I'm just kidding, it's Urban Dad Lawn Care, so go check him out on YouTube. I think he's gonna come over and help me out, so that'll be cool to collab with him, have some fun in the lawn, and get this thing whipped into shape. Hope you guys enjoyed checking in with me. I sure enjoy when you guys check in. Thanks for watching these videos, and Toro Super Recycler 60 volt review coming soon.